Well, this is a happy coincidence. Coming in at number 20 in the secondary active rock charts, that's Electric Mob and Devil You Know on Real Rock Nights. And guys, our flagship station first played the single Devil You Know September 29th, and you took notice. And then it flew up the Foundations charts, and now it sits at number 7 on our flagship station playlist, number 20 on the Foundations charts, and it's climbing the BDS mainstream rock charts. I'm really, really proud to have Electric Mob on the show. How are you guys?
Great, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great.
Oh, but
after this introduction and after all these numbers, like, we are pretty excited being here.
I'm glad your head's not swimming. You're like, all those numbers, what do those numbers mean? First off, how are you? I mean, how is like it? Is it as crazy in Brazil as it is here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe worse.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I don't know. It's not like a competition. It's a bad competition to see who is worst, But we're pretty bad down here.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to make it a competition, but yeah, things are crazy here, man. There haven't been any shows. There's been nothing for us to do. I'm doing all my interviews on Skype. I can't get out. I can't actually meet you guys, shake your hands, stand and talk to you, have a beer with you, whatever. It kind of sucks. It really
that would be great, actually. But
okay.
Here in Brazil, we have all those venues. They're trying to, open again, just so people feel that false sense of security. But it's pretty fucked up everywhere. So.
That's what we got here is they started to open stuff up a few months ago, that false sense of security that you were just saying. And now the hospitals are full again and places are shutting down again. And I don't know. It's ridiculous. Let's just move past that. Let's forget about the COVID crap, man. I'm tired of that.
It's going to take a while until everything goes back to normal.
No kidding. So Ben, you are the guitarist, and of course, you told me the pronunciation of your name. Let's let everybody on Twitch know the pronunciation of your name.
Yeah, actually, here in Brazil, it's pretty unusual to have a name like this. Like, it's not usual at all. But it's Ben Hur Alvarder. Alvarder is a German last
Alvarder.
name.
Okay.
Alvarder. But Ben is okay. So Ben, for you guys, it's pretty common, right?
Yeah,
so
Ben goes everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny too. Ben Hur. Do you know the origin behind the name Ben Hur in America?
I know the movie,
Okay, that's exactly what shot into my head right away. I was like, I saw you on a chariot.
Yeah, like the chariot and the horses.
It's like you have to shave your head.
That's a cool video idea, man.
Yeah, running around with horses and all this.
If I see that in a video, I want props. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Totally. First, you need to have the budget to do a video like that, but it's no.
Oh, CGI it or something. Green screen it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. We're pros in green screen, but like those shitty green screens.
There you go.
We love that. We love that.
So you guys have kind of a dirtier, grittier sound. What was it that made you gravitate towards that?
Yeah, actually, we listen to a lot of stuff since blues and rock and roll and classic rock and metal and extreme metal. I mean, I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, and Ben is a huge Guns N' Roses fan. So we try to mix all of that, and try to find our sound. And I think we're doing pretty well.
We started the band just thinking that we wanted to do mean, dirty rock and roll, and we take our influence. We have any kind of references or influence are me as a guitar player and as a singer, and the other guys from the band as the drummer and the bass player. They all have this major influence from different eras from rock and roll. So we put everything in the pot, mix it everything up, and this is our sound.
Yeah, and obviously are a hard rock band based, but we love a lot of stuff. I mean, pop music is great too, and
Yeah.
we like to mix. We make hard rock with no boundaries.
Okay, I like that. Hard rock with no boundaries.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. I like to see a shirt with that on it pretty soon.
Yeah, electric mob, hard rock with no boundaries.
Hard rock with no boundaries. And then you can have like somebody in handcuffs underneath or something like that.
It's a great idea for a next album name, title. No boundaries.
Hey, since I'm giving all you guys all these ideas, maybe I should get some residuals. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Shep could be our next producer.
Yeah,
Hey, move into a new career path. I like that. So, you gave me a little bit of what the band was looking for when you started, but what is exactly the origin? What was the beginning of Electric Mob? Is this the original incarnation currently that you have, or has it changed over time?
No, we are the same band since we started in 2016 doing rehearsals for, cover gigs. We need to play 2 hours of music in the pubs, so you can't do it in the beginning with all your own music. Actually, Renan and I, we're from the same hometown. It's I don't know in miles, but 500 kilometers from the city where the band started. As the band is from Curitiba, it's the capital of our state here in Brazil. And Renan called me and said that he wanted to, start a new rock and roll band, and I was totally up to. And I knew the drummer from college. We are geologists, so rock and stuff. So we're kind of in the same area now.
Okay.
And we auditioned for bass players. And when we found Yuri, we stick to this formation until now. And that's for chemistry. Like we bounded together, like, I don't know, but it worked. So we're pretty good friends now. And like we have this chemistry that you need to have in bands. And actually, I have no idea what would happen if we change anyone from the band now.
So were you all acquainted with each other, or were you actually friends before you got the band together?
No, Ben and I met Ben a few years back, but we were not friends.
Yeah, we knew each other. Like, yeah I know.
We
I
had
know that
friends
guy.
in common. Yeah, we had friends in common, but Andre, the drummer, and Ben are friends from college, and I don't know. We started to play, and we felt like there was something in our sound, in our chemistry, in our way to play, and we became best friends since then.
Okay, that's kind of a cool way to go about it. So you were acquaintances, but like not really friends. You knew of each other, and you knew what each person was capable of. You knew their talents.
Yeah.
So basically, what? It was.
we knew, but actually we felt that we were like Hannah said, there was something different going on when we played together. Like Hannah is a great singer, and Andre is it's an amazing drummer. Yuri, it's a phenomenal bass player. But when we play together, it seems like we created a little monster called Electric Mob. Like it's something really different from what each one of us can do alone.
Oh,
yeah, it's way bigger than us.
Yeah, like because of our different influences, I can come up with a guitar riff like all blues based, that 80s hard rock thing. But Andre, he makes some drum lines like the way that I would never imagine, because he's not influenced by 80s hard rock. So it's something that I could never come up with this kind of idea. So this is pretty cool, and I'm really proud of what we can do when we're together.
That's kind of cool. So then when you get together, it makes this complete flavor that is Electric Mob.
Yeah,
So
totally.
true.
so what you're saying then is it's really nothing that you've ever had before in any other band.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We had a lot of bands before, but nothing like Electric Mob. Like we like to say that we have no idea what we are doing, but we are, it seems like that we are doing it right. So there are a few mistakes in our I don't know if there is any mistake in our history as a band. So that's pretty cool that to have this friendship and to have it do it professionally, like all the music that we can do together. It's something that I think it's unique, and I'm really proud to be part of it.
So did you have that moment when you started playing together for the first time and you were like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
really going to work?
Yeah. I think the first time that happened was when we started to write our new song, our own songs, because I mean, we are a great live band, and I got to say
Which
that.
we try to be. We try to be.
Yeah, at least in our minds, we are.
Yeah, my
Uh,
mom said that we are great live. My mom
yeah,
really enjoyed the shows.
but it's easier to play songs from other people than to write your own song. So when we started to do that, I think the magic happened right there.
Okay. All right. And that's how you got the Electric Mob flavor. Okay. It might be a dumb question, but Electric Mob, how did you guys settle on that name? Was it just something as simple as, hey, we're playing electric instruments? We're a
No,
mob of
actually,
people?
it was the best name we had by that time. If
Yeah,
we, if we, t- if you knew the horrific, terrible, shitty names we had back then, you would agree that
it,
Electric Mob is awesome.
yeah.
uh,
It's not like a name that say we always dream like, yeah, someday I'm gonna have a band. It's gonna be called Electric Mob.
Yeah.
Was something that we had that shitty name, and we had our first gig already scheduled, and then the owner of the venue, we had a meeting with him, and then when we said the name of the band, he was like, no, this name, no. No, you guys can't play here with that name. I said, no,
Come
no,
on,
okay, yeah, sure. And
please.
Hannah and I, we lived together back then. And then we came back home and said, yeah, okay, let's start thinking another name. And then I think we were looking to Jimi Hendrix, Electric Ladyland,
Oh,
and then Electric Lady. Yeah, Electric Lady is a great name. And then it was like, yeah, Electric Mob. Yeah, okay, that's it. So we called the guy and say, yeah, the name is Electric Mob. We say, okay, yeah, you guys can play here now.
he was holding you up because of the name alone.
Yeah.
Actually, actually,
You gotta throw that out there for me, man.
Yeah,
What
man.
was that name? Was it like the Shitty Mob or something?
was Laguna. It's like lagoon in English, but in
Yeah.
Portuguese. But he was like, "Are you guys a surf music band? Like this name is terrible."
Yeah. And
And then
I
we looked
like
at
the
each other.
Laguna. I like the
Yeah,
Laguna thing because of Laguna Sunrise by Aerosmith.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Laguna sounds pretty fun. Sounds really cool. But no, I was wrong, man. Really wrong.
yeah. I had my father a few days later, and I didn't say to him that we changed the name. And then he sent me a picture of a car wash in my hometown that had this name, Laguna. And it was, yeah, expanding the horizons with like, a band and a car wash and,
Well, I kind of see his point, man. Now I want to hear you guys perform Surf City or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never think of Electric Mob the same again.
We can
Actually,
cover some Beach Boys tunes.
There you go.
yeah. Actually, I think it's the first time ever we say that the name for anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty. It's the first time that we said that the name was supposed to be Laguna. I don't think that everybody knows about that.
That's funny, man. What? How are you feeling? How did you feel when you finished Discharged? Were you like, wow? When you listened back to it, what can you tell me was going through your head? What was? Did you have the hairs on the back of your neck standing up?
I was kind of relieved when we were done with it because we were in desperation mode. We had like 6 months to write the album and to record it, and we were like desperate to
And deliver.
To write,
deliver.
write and record.
Yeah, we wrote it in 2 months. I think we already had 4 songs, Devil You Know, and another 3, and then we wrote more 11 or 12 songs to find 7 to get in the album with
Wow.
the other that was preview recorded.
What is that like writing in the studio? How does that work? Do you just do phrases and play bits and parts and punch it in, or do you do the full song and then just keep on reworking it until?
Yeah, actually, we have a lot of ideas. I mean, I can play guitar, and Ben has some vocal lines in his head, and he showed
Shitty
me,
vocal
and,
lines.
you know,
Hannah is the master of that.
yeah.
I had shit.
But-
I can write vocals.
But at that time, we set some rehearsals, and in our drummer's garage, actually, it's a very common thing in rock and roll. And we started to write songs like maniacs. I mean, at every idea, we try to make it as a song, and we we finished, I think, 13 songs, and we recorded the demos and we sent to the label, and we discussed about the other 7 songs to fit in the album, and then we went to the studio to record it. So it was crazy, but very fun and a little traumatic.
Yeah, a little traumatic. I was looking in our calendar, and we had the rehearsals, all noted in the calendar, and was in a month and a half we had 30 rehearsals, like to write the music and to
Damn.
be in our drummer's garage, then like just playing and writing songs.
Your stress level had to be through the roof.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's what we are, it's what we love. So it's like it's a painful love, something like that, because it's not healthy to work that hard, but we love that. So
Yeah, and it was the dream to release a record worldwide,
Yeah.
and
and now we have the nightmare that is to release a second album. We have the
Yeah,
dream that is
yeah.
the first one, and the nightmare that is the second one.
So, do you guys feel any different, or are you still, as you were saying earlier, writing songs in a garage and that stuff? So basically, Electric Mob, that's kind of cool, man. You guys are kind of like a garage band that made it. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
does that what does that feel like to go from nothing at all and then all of a sudden, like finally after all your hard work, having that success?
Yeah,
I-
we are building that. I think we are just in the beginning, but it's awesome to hailing from Brazil and making hard rock, and showing our hearts and our souls throughout our music to the world. Being so young, man, that's real rock and roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think that it's. I have an analogy that is like playing Mario, that video game.
Yeah.
Like you always try to beat the some difficult level, and like you can spend hours in one level, and then say, yeah, finally I made it, and the next level is gonna be harder. So it's the same thing. Like we were like playing cover gigs in pubs, and then we released our first EP, and then we got signed. So we wrote and released our first album. So, but everything is getting harder and harder, and so we need to keep working to keep the machine going.
Now, you do know I'm going to think of you every time I see Mario now.
Yeah.
You know, when I see his little legs moving, I'm going to think, hey, that's Ben.
That's Ben, yeah. And you need to think that, this level is pretty hard, but the next one is going to be harder.
So always that
that's
progression
life
thing. That's
yeah.
Hey, that is like another cover song for you. Guys, thank you very, very much for coming on Real Rock Nights. I appreciate it so much. Want to let you know, first of all, that if a band comes on here, that's because I want them on the show. I want them to actually take part in Real Rock Nights. Real Rock Nights is for the artists and it's for the fans. So it's pretty much your show. You have anything you want to promote, anything you want to get out there. If it's even as stupid as like a little 10-minute video clip or something of you saying hi to your fans, send it to me, whatever. I don't care. After we get off this live Twitch or whatever, I'll even give you my cell phone number. I don't care. This is your show. I really
thanks man. I really appreciate it, because this is rock and roll, you know. It's all about, you know, everybody get together and like building
it's about us helping each other. It's I was talking to one of my friends, he's in a band called Sons on Fire here in America right now, and we've known each other for years and years and years, and he used to be in a different band that was really successful, and they ended up like deciding to go their separate ways, personal reasons. And now he's in this other new band, and the band just made a huge splash. And when I asked him how, he's like, it's like that song, with a little help from your friends. Yeah. He just started contacting like all these people, like L.A. Lloyd, me, Lou Brutus. It's like past program directors that we have both worked with, and the people just, I mean, it's all about friendship and give and take and trying to help each other.
Yeah, it's easy to be that guy that always, you know, it's in your couch and, you know, saying that rock and roll is dead, and like saying that, oh yeah, there's no rock and roll on TV anymore. It's easy to be that guy. So I think that what you need to do is like build some stuff like to help everyone, because it's not that you need to be a fan of one band, like you're gonna listen to AC/DC or Black Sabbath your whole life. They're great, like they're the gods, you know, but it's not all, rock and roll is not just it. Like we're trying to have new stuff, and we have to have people trying to build this new stuff, this new rock scene, and you know, you need to do and not complain.
I don't want to keep you too long, but you just reminded me of another thing. Did you recently see the Gene Simmons came out again? Like
saying that rock and roll is dead.
Yeah, 7 years later, whatever. Well, I actually first of all, I'm a real huge Kiss man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Kiss album was the first album I ever bought with my own money when I was 9 years old. And I think Paul Stanley is one of the best rock and roll singers out there today.
Yeah, but Paul Stanley's my shepherd, man.
Gene is reaching Grandpa Simpson levels. He's he was on the show Larry King Live, and he was actually talking about, you know, back in my day when I was coming up in 1973, and I'm like, dude, it's not 1973 anymore, you know. And then he's talking about how the record industry is dead. Okay, how many record companies do you know? I work with like 14 different record companies. Record companies are not dead.
It's a good competition, you know. You know, he's a businessman. So when he said rock and roll is dead, he's saying that I think that he no longer see anyone as a competition.
Well,
maybe it's this.
Then he went deeper into it. Also, he went into basically the way the machine works, and a little bit of the way the machine works, saying that the record you go in, they pay for your studio time, you make the record, they sell the records, you get the money from the records you make, and then you get the money from the shows that you play and the merchandising. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's 1973. Things don't work that way anymore. You know, you have to get out. You have to. Does he not know that bands bust their ass to make a few cents on a stream anymore. That's
Yeah.
Things have changed, and
Yeah.
going back to we all just got to help each other out. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
man, totally.
It's easy to say that everything is dead when you're doing nothing.
well,
Yeah.
when you're 70 years old and your band is lips, actually they had a couple shows where they were actually like lip syncing and sequencing their music.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because they have gotten so old that it probably is hard. They probably do have to take a break on a couple songs during a set.
Yeah, yeah, but they are doing this marathon on stage because they used all those clothes and high heels.
No,
It's
exactly.
it's pretty impressive for old guys like them.
Can you imagine what it'd be like to be standing on 12-foot high heels?
I have 26
for,
years old and
2
I
hours?
can't. Yeah, I have 26 years old and I would be dead after 1 hour. 1 hour of it. I just can't.
And if you see any 70s show from Kiss, you will see Gene Simmons jumping very high with those high fucking heels. Man, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine myself doing that. I mean,
Without high heels.
Without high heels.
Sneakers.
I mean, my knee blew right away. You know.
Well, can you imagine, talking about that Prince, when he died and they did the autopsy, his back was screwed up because he went through all those years during the 80s doing all those jumps and high kicks and stuff in platform shoes. And I mean, he did everything in high heels. There was even Dave Chappelle was even talking one time about a basketball game where Prince was shooting basketball in he was playing basketball in high heels.
Jesus.
And he was kicking everybody's ass.
Man. Prince is a god, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna end it, man. Definitely.
Prince kicking everybody's ass in basketball.
High heels.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot. Like I said, you guys have anything to promote, kick it to me. One thing I want to do now is I decided since I played Devil You Know into the interview, let's go out with one of your songs. What song would you like me to play? I was going to pick one myself, but I want you guys to pick one.
We were saying about heels, so we have a song called "Higher Than Your Heels." So
yeah,
that's a good call.
Higher Than Your Heels.
Yeah, it's a funky tune.
Poignant.
Actually, it's gonna be the next video. Like we are dealing with this pandemic stuff, but we managed to record a video for this one that's gonna be out. I don't know, the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Actually, okay, all right. I will look forward to that. And Higher Than Your Heels. That is the song. So. Higher Than Your Heels, you heard it. It came straight from them. So here you go. It's right here, right now on Real Rock Nights.